This is how to use the Ninja coffee maker. So this is the water refiller. You just lift this up, bring it over, fill it up with water. Depending upon how much you want to make, you put the lid back on there, and then it just sits right down in there. The on-off button is right here. Just hit the on-off button, decide how much you want to make. There's arrows to make less coffee or more coffee. And then you decide what style you want. Here's the style button. You hit that. You can make a rich, which is a darker coffee. You can make it so that it's to go over ice. You can make a cold brew. You can do a specialty coffee. So that means like if you're adding a specialty creamer, a classic, which is what we typically keep it on. And then you just hit the brew button after you put your grinds in. So here is, you'll see both of these orange things are there for ground coffee. So here's the little basket in here. So you would just use your scooper, scoop your coffee in there, shut it, and then hit the brew button. If you want to froth some cream, you can put creamer in your cup and bring it over here on the side and just press this little button. Little froth. I usually just set my cup down there while I wait for my coffee to be done. And then your coffee's finished, you pour it in there with your creamer. And then when you're done with grounds, just make sure you lift it up, and you'll see in here is a built-in filter. So just make sure you dump out your grounds into the garbage. And then to clean the frother, it just turns clockwise and pulls off nice and easily, and just rinse it, put it back on here, slides back on. The only difference is if you brought pods and you would like to use a pod, for the pods, you'll just take out the basket that's used for the grounds, and then you'll take off this grounds adapter piece, and then you'll put in the pod adapter. It just sits in here real easily. You drop your pod in, you close the top, and then you push these buttons the same way depending upon what kind of coffee you want. Enjoy.